Welcome back to your favorite channel, Make Money Online. Today we'll be taking a closer look at Nio Stock analysis and its projections. Stay tuned to learn all you need to know about Nio Stock and how you can get rich by investing in it in 2021. The electric vehicle industry has been a closely contested space for some years now. Introduced more than 100 years ago, electric vehicles are seeing a rise in popularity today for many of the same reasons they were first popular. Whether it's a hybrid, a plug-in hybrid, or all-electric, the demand for electric drive vehicles will continue to climb as prices drop and consumers look for ways to save money at the pump. The industry has experienced immense growth in sales as more people are enlightened about the benefits of EVs. The industry has had its fair share of starts and stops in the second half of the 20th century. It showed the world the promise of the technology. This sponsored the revival of the electric vehicle in 2021. The announcement of Tesla Motors in 2006 spurred the great comeback of the EV industry into the limelight. Tesla would start producing a luxury electric sports car that could go more than 200 miles on a single charge. Tesla's success served as a much-needed wake-up call for other giants in the automobile industry to embark on projects to produce their electric vehicles. In late 2010, the Chevy Volt and the Nissan Leaf were released in the US market. There's no accurate time credited for China's incursion into this industry, but in December 2019, the Chinese Ministry of Industry and Information Technology announced that new energy vehicles, composed mainly of plug-in electric vehicles or EVs, would comprise 25% of the overall vehicle sales by 2025. This was a bold target, as electric vehicles had pretty low sales. This declaration prepared a solid ground for Chinese automakers to enter into the EV market. Nio is a Chinese automobile manufacturer whose headquarters is located in Shanghai, China. The company specializes in designing and developing EVs. It was established in November 2014 by William Li, the chairman of BitAuto. Immediately after it was launched, several companies invested in Nio, including corporate giants like Tencent, Baidu, and Lenovo. The first model produced by the company was named the Nio EP9 sports car and was unveiled at the brand event. In October 2016, Nio was issued an autonomous vehicle testing permit by the California DMV, and it began testing its car models on public roads under the tester program guidelines. In May 2018, Nio opened its first battery swap station in Shenzhen, Guangdong. The district was known as the Power Swap Station. In September 2018, the company went public in an initial public offering for $1.8 billion on the New York Stock Exchange. In late April 2020, Nio received funding from new Chinese investors worth approximately $1 billion. This was provided to help the company overcome its budding sales problem. To seal the deal, Nio transferred some of its assets to a new subsidiary called Nio China, which was located in Hefei. In August 2020, Nio launched the Battery as a Service module via the contribution of some corporate investors, who bought up to 25% equity. This deal helped to reduce the price of Nio vehicles by 25%. Nio distinguishes itself from competitors by enabling consumers to swap depleted batteries for newly charged ones at 143 automated battery swapping stations located in 64 cities. The Battery as a Service model gives drivers the ability to get the latest battery technology and to save time they would have spent at a charging station. The sales of the company's vehicles didn't lift off in 2016. The company recorded 0 sales of their first model, the EP9. The following year didn't fare any better, only about 6 sales were made of the EP9. In 2018, the company sold 10 EP9 vehicles and 8,101 cars of the ES8 model. The company's vehicles attracted more sales in 2019. Their ES6 and ES8 models sold 20,204 and 8,872 respectively, making a total sale of 29,076 cars. The year 2020 came with mixed fortunes in the updated sales recorded in June. This was majorly attributed to COVID-19. Nio sold a total of 14,169 vehicles. The trend shows that the company was set up for improved sales, and it did fairly well despite the restrictions. Nio Stock. Electric vehicle stocks have had a solid year, as investors put a premium on growth stocks while betting that the disruption caused by COVID-19 could make the shift to EVs harder for mainstream automakers. Tesla, being the big man in the industry, has experienced up to 5 times increase in stock value in 2020, and this did not exclude other EV makers. Since December 2019, Nio started accumulating share gains, and to date, the stock value has increased by an impressive 764%. Nio saw its stock price soar by almost 6 times year to date. In comparison to Tesla, both companies trade at a similar valuation. with a price-to-sales multiple of about 13.5 times based on a projected 2020 revenue. Nio is growing more quickly than Tesla. As of November 2020, it was believed that while the stock holds a moderate buy consensus rating at $23.37, the average price target implies shares will drop by 30% over the coming months. After trading for a 52-week low of $2.11 earlier this year, Nio stock is trading at all-time highs. The value of Nio stock moved from $26 to $34 and currently stands at $44.03. The electric vehicle sector is going to be a significant story in 2021 and beyond, and China will be one of the main battlegrounds. That alone is a compelling argument to buy Nio stock. If you believe the long-term narrative of Nio, then certainly buying the stock at around $40 today could wind up being a bargain. Nio Stock Prediction. Stock analysts have pegged the stock value under their predictive progression. The chart analyzes the current trend of Nio stock value. It shows the price of Nio stock below the dual resistance zone, and it felt the purple trend line again and it lost the green line, frustrating the pivot point. The second chart shows the piercing trend line. The piercing line pattern is still valid, and one glaring thing is the low volume since Nio had this pattern. The volume is low, and it looks like the stock doesn't have strength, which is normal as it went up so fast in the last months. This is not a cause to panic, but an opportunity to invest. The price could even drop to the purple line at $38 again, and the trend would still be on the rise. The peak point here is the pink line, and Nio must surpass this point before the price increases. Another chart reflecting the sales and buy points in the trends of Nio stocks captures tremendous details of the growth of the Nio stock price. The analyst published 3 charts at different price trends covering all trading activities taking place between June and December 14th of 2020. This chart was preceded by an earlier price prediction that showed the progressive sell and buy points of the Nio stock price trend line of October 2019 to October 2021. Let's take a brief look at it. There were several factors deemed responsible for this trend line. The trend was analyzed at a time when Nio stock was a high-risk bet. It still is, but the market cap was a solid $6.237 billion. This generated dramatic optimism with a presumed strong uptrend expected after a correction, as the chart shows. Revenues increased immensely from $720 million in 2018 to about $1.12 billion in 2019. Vehicle deliveries grew exceedingly from around 11,300 units to about 20,600 units. Sales are expected to grow by 65%. Nio said second quarter sales activity has surged with a jump in deliveries in April of 3,155. More than double the figure for March when there was a major dip in the stock's price. With a long-term debt of $1.23 billion, Nio finalized a deal in April with a group of state-owned investment companies that pumped about $1 billion into a subsidiary in China created by Nio called Nio China. This was a crucially timed $1 billion bailout. This kickstarted the upward trend following the dip of March 18th and a critical high sell point on June 24th. A chart trend was published following the previous charts to predict a significant speculative bubble peaking on November 24th of 2020. It pegs the predictive value of Nio stock between the range of $51.81 and $58.38. The goal of the chart was to identify the potential buy and sell confirmation entries for investors who would like to buy or sell Nio stock at its latent price. The chart concludes that Nio stock would continue on the upward trend and thus shows great potential for profitability. 3 major reasons have been suggested to be a probable cause for the continuous trend to the upper highs for Nio stock, and they are soaring sales, expectation-beating results, and high product quality. Nio's share price rise has outpaced Tesla's in 2020. As of October 14th, Nio stock had risen by about 612%, well ahead of Tesla's 375%. Nio's valuation at 24.4 times sales vastly exceeds that of Tesla at 17.1. $1 of sales of both is worth way more than GM's 0.39. Nio delivered a total of 4,708 vehicles in September, up 133% from the sales in 2019. In the third quarter, its deliveries increased 154% to 12,206, and its deliveries in the first 9 months of 2020 have more than doubled to 26,375. And there you have it. We hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and click on the notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos. What major stock news would you like us to talk about on this channel? Please leave us a comment below. While you're here, go ahead and check one of our other great videos. And as always, thanks for watching.